Hello, welcome to Mass Effect 3 and the continuing adventures of Tristan Shepard. I was going to give this a little rest after the last suicide mission, but I'm eager to take a look at the memorial wall on the Normandy. So I wanted to get going on this just so I could get to the Normandy and take a look at the memorial wall. It's going to have more names on it than I've ever seen before. So let's go pick up Tristan. And let's talk about Tristan. Now, I've already introduced him once in Mass Effect 1, again in Mass Effect 2, but he bears a new introduction now. Originally, Tristan, well, he was a spacer. Grew up in the Alliance, always wanted to join the Alliance. His family was in the military, and he wanted to join. He wanted to be a hero, but he was also attracted to tech stuff and being an engineer, and that gave him an image. He felt that people looked down on him as kind of a nerd for all of his fascination with technical stuff. And he wanted to overcome that, and his break came on Torfin, where he succeeded in taking out the slaver base there, but almost all of his unit died in the process. Now, he got a reputation then from that of being ruthless, doing whatever it would take to get the mission done, being a super badass. Thing is, it was really mistakes on his part that caused most of his unit there to die. But nevertheless, achieving this reputation as being a badass, he saw it as a way to overcome that nerdy image as an engineer, and he embraced that idea, and he ran with it and tried to constantly come across as a badass. But when it came down to it, he couldn't actually pull the trigger. He still wanted to be a hero, and he really wasn't a badass. So that was his background. Up until I've decided he's undergone a huge transformation as a result of the suicide mission. He lost almost the entire crew. I mean, he only had, as we can see here, 4 squad mates survived, plus Joker and Legion. Well, I guess one of those 4 is actually Legion, so there's only 3 squad mates and Joker. So only 5 organics survived the entire mission, and 2 AIs. And he was devastated, and he knew that it was mess-ups on his part that caused that, and he's kind of started to reject the idea of being a badass. He's now like, he'll do anything to achieve absolution for the disaster that was the suicide mission. And he now really wants to not be seen as a badass because he's afraid it just generates more hatred than anything else. On the other hand, where his personality is going to be kind of more friendly, try to get people to like him, his actions will actually become more ruthless than they were in the previous titles, because he doesn't want to lose any more people. He's tired of losing people, and he will do whatever it takes to try to not lose more people. Of course, I've already set him up for failure in the Rannoch arc. Unfortunately, he cannot achieve his goals in the Rannoch arc. But the suicide mission really kind of changed him up quite a bit. He really is regretting what happened during the suicide mission, losing so many people. But let's look at his history here. He initially said he was going to kill the Queen, but then he couldn't carry through. This was part of his, I can talk tough, but then when it comes time to actually act tough, he couldn't do it. He rescued Ashley. That was purely a metagaming decision on my part. I just felt like Ashley would work better with my engineer with her concussive shot. It's got a rapid cooldown, 6.5 seconds, so she can combo off of Shepard fairly regularly. He saved the council. He still wanted to be a hero, seen as a hero. And the girl he really liked, Tally, was with him on that mission, and she advocated saving the council, and he didn't want to let her down. So, here I can impress my girlfriend and be seen as the hero, so he saved the council. He let Morden talk him into the idea that the genophage was the proper thing to do, the only way to really deal with the Krogan. And so he advised Morden to destroy the genophage research data that Malin had gathered. Rex died on Vermeer. Here was another case of Tristan not being able to pull the trigger himself. Instead, he signaled to Ashley to kill Rex. And not so much because Rex was standing in the way of the mission, but because Rex had a gun pointed at him, and he was kind of like, oh shit. And so he signaled to Ashley to kill him. He chose to rewrite the heretics. Being an engineer, he kind of had this view that, look, these are just programs. They could be rewritten. So that's the way he went there. He had never really had a problem with Cerberus. He hadn't done any of the Cerberus stuff back in Mass Effect 1. Didn't know too much about him, and he was working for him. He said, well, yeah, okay, sure. And besides, he was fascinated by the technology, and here's all this cool technology that the collectors left behind. Let's see what we can do with it. So being an engineer, that very much appealed to him. And of course, as I mentioned before, only 4 squad mates survived the suicide mission. Tally, Garrus, Legion, and Morden were the only 4 people that made it through. Nobody else, not Dr. Chakwas, not Kelly, not Ken, not Gabby. Nobody on the crew made it through there. And he says he did not romance anyone before ME2. Well, he instantly almost had a thing for Tally because she was a fellow engineer. And she seemed like she really worshipped the ground he walked on. And so he liked her. That didn't mean he was chaste. He did have sex with the consort Sha'ir, and in Mass Effect 2 he had sex with Jack, he had sex with Kelly, but then finally he got together with Tally and the love of his life. So there's our background on Tristan here. So as far as role-playing goes, what I want to do here is have Tristan kind of trying to seek absolution for the disaster that was the suicide mission, and trying to get people to not view him as a badass, as this awful person that will do whatever it takes. On the other hand, in his actions, he will become much more willing to take action if it will save people that he knows from dying, because he's tired of losing all those people. All right, so that's his background. It looks a little bit different. Yeah, sure. I probably couldn't improve on it anyway. You stick with the engineer. That's part of his profile, is who he is as an engineer. Besides, I haven't played an engineer in Mass Effect 3 in a while. Now here I'm a little bit conflicted about what to do. I'm so used to playing a Sentinel, I'm tempted to take Fortification, because I may get as aggressive as I am with a Sentinel and just run out and then feel sorry about that. But I really like armor piercing because it saves on a mod slot on my weapons. I don't know. This has got a power boost, if I recall correctly. I think at rank 5 you can opt to increase your power damage. Let's go with that for now. Of course, you have to get all the way up to rank 5.
How bad is it?
Bad. We just lost contact with 2 of our deep space outposts. There's something massive on long-range scanners.
Is this what Shepard warned us about?
I'd stake my life on it.
How long do we have?
Not long. I sent word. The fleet's immobilizing.
God help us all.
Actually, it just occurred to me the dream sequences will make a lot of sense for this Shepard.
Commander.
You're not supposed to call me that anymore, James.
Not supposed to salute you either. We gotta go. The Defense Committee wants to see you.
Sounds important. What's going on?
Couldn't say. Just told me they needed you. Now.
Anderson?
Admiral?
You look good, Shepard. Maybe a little soft around the edges. How you holding up since being relieved from duty?
It's not so bad once you get used to the hot food and soft beds.
We'll get it sorted out.
What's going on? Why is everyone in such a hurry?
Admiral Hackett's mobilizing the fleets. I'm guessing word's made it to Alliance Command. Something big's headed our way.
The Reapers?
We don't know. Not for certain.
What else could it be?
If I knew that.
You know we're not ready if it is then. Not by a long shot.
Tell that to the Defense Committee.
Unless we're planning to talk the Reapers to death, the committee is a waste of time.
They're just scared. None of them have seen what you've seen. You faced down a Reaper. Hell, you spoke to one, then blew the damn thing up. You've seen how they harvest us, what they plan to do to us. You know more about this enemy than anyone.
That why they grounded me? Took away my ship?
You know that's not true. When you blew up the Batarian relay, hundreds of thousands of Batarians died.
It was that or let the Reapers walk through our back door.
I know that, Shepard. And so does the committee. If it wasn't for that, you'd have been court-martialed and left to rot in the brig.
That and your good word?
Yeah, I trust you, Shepard. And so does the committee.
I'm just a soldier, Anderson. I'm no politician.
I don't need you to be either. I just need you to do whatever the hell it takes to help us stop the Reapers.
They're expecting you to, Admiral.
Good luck in there, Shepard.
Anderson?
Shepard.
Ashley?
Lieutenant Commander? How'd it go in there?
I can never tell with them. I'm just waiting for orders now.
Lieutenant Commander?
You hadn't heard?
No. I'm a bit out of the loop these days.
Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to keep you out of the loop.
Well, what's interesting is normally my Shepards are pretty pissed off at the Vermeer survivor because of the way they got treated on Horizon, but this Shepard is different. He always felt like Ashley didn't really respect him. He was trying to get her respect. And when she showed up on Horizon and told him she would have followed him anywhere, he was like, really? So it was actually a positive experience for him. Even though she was all negative about him being with Cerberus, he was still kind of like, wow, she actually liked me. So I think he's going to react positively to Ashley here.
I'm sure you had your reasons.
Yeah, I guess I did. Still, good to see you.
Admiral,
Come on.
You know the commander?
I used to.
And his courtroom scene's pretty bad.
Admiral Anderson. Shepard.
What's the situation?
We were hoping you would tell us.
The reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen. Whole colonies have gone dark. We've lost contact with everything beyond the Soul Relay.
Whatever this is, it's incomprehensibly powerful.
You brought me here to confirm what you already know. The Reapers are here.
Then, how do we stop them?
Stop them. This isn't about strategy or tactics. This is about survival. The Reapers are more advanced than we are. More powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us. And they'll never take pity on us.
But there must be some way.
If we're gonna have any chance at surviving this, we have to stand together.
That's it? That's our plan?
Yeah, it's a pretty
Admiral,
crappy
we've
plan.
lost contact
Sorry.
with Luna Base.
Moon?
You're talking to fail ship here.
Already.
How they get past our defenses?
Sir, UK headquarters has a visual.
Why haven't we heard from Admiral Hackett?
What do we do?
The only thing we can. We fight, or we die.
We should get to the Normandy.
Oh my God.
Move! Go, go, go!
Shepard! 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 Come on, get up. Here, take this. We've got to get moving. This is Admiral Anderson. Report in, anyone. Lieutenant Commander Williams, is that you? What's your status? I can't raise the Normandy. You'll have to contact them. We'll meet you at the landing zone. Anderson up. They're massive. Come on, Shepard. Ashley's headed to the Normandy. They'll pick us up if we can get to the spaceport. Let's move.
Boom. All right, let's level up. This has, I believe, yeah, 30% more power damage. Okay. Well, definitely want this. And I'm going to take it all the way up. I go this way. Other people recommend getting your chain at 4 and then going 6B here so you can deal with the bosses faster. But, you know, there's plenty of mooks. In fact, there's a lot more mooks than there are bosses. And this is enough to take down a Marauder's shields. Even on the chain, it's not quite enough on the chain to take down the second guy's shields. It still leaves a sliver of shielding, but I figure it's better to just take the maximum power damage. But this is one of my main crowd control things. If somebody's taking a shot at me, that's how I'm going to deal with it. Unfortunately, Incinerate does not have the kind of radius it did back in Mass Effect 2. It's only 2 meters, and that really does make a difference. I think for now, all I really need is Overload. And we gotta have Wonky. Gotta have Wonky. There's just no way to not have Wonky. And what's this do? 10% power. Some more weight capacity. Another 10% power. 15% power. I think I'll hold off for now. Let's go over here. Come here. A little more damage protection. What's this do? Shield recharge? No. Power damage. Yeah, there we go. Do I really need that? %, more damage. Yeah, let's take that. And 25% more damage. No. Yeah, let's take it. We'll save that point. Of course, I want to get into Incinerate by the time we get on to Palaven. And maybe Sabotage. Get some Sabotage going as well. We can't go anywhere without Wonky. Alright, and let's check our options here. Looks good. Yeah, turn that down a little bit. Okay. Well, Mr. Reaper. Got a whole bunch of codex entries here. That's enough for this episode. In next episode, we're going to get off this stupid planet. Earth. Stupid planet. We're going to get off Earth and we're going to go to Mars. But until then, Have a nice day.